Hi, it's Cathy from inkingitupwithcathy.com, and I am an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and I am here with day 11 of my 12 Days of November series, and we're counting down to the last couple of cards, and these are more fancy fold, a little bit more involved cards, although this one does not have a lot of stamping. In this one, we're going to be using the Greetings of the Season stamp set, and you'll be using this season's greetings right here. And then in the Peaceful Season stamp set, you'll be using this Hoping This Season is Bright and Beautiful. So that's it for stamps. Then we're going to be using the Stylish Shape dies, and you're going to be using the second smallest of the squares, and you're going to cut out 3 of those. Then for ink, you're going to just use Mossy Meadow ink. For cardstock, your card base is Mossy Meadow 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. You're going to take some scrap basic white to die cut out those 3 stylish shapes squares. So you're going to need 3 of those. And then you're going to need 2 of these Mossy Meadow pieces that are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And those are going to stack on with 2 of them. You're going to need a piece of gold foil, and that is going to measure 2 inches by 5.5 inches. You're going to need a piece of Mossy Meadow that is 2 1/4 inches by 5.5 inches. You're going to need 2 pieces of the gold foil patterned piece from the Seasons of Green and Gold Specialty Designer Series paper, and those each measure 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. You're going to need this pattern from that same Season of Green and Gold Specialty DSP, and this piece is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. You're going to need a number of die cuts. The dies are from the Golden Greenery dies that coordinates with the Golden Greenery stamp set as well, except that I don't have the dies with me, but the one that has the 2 bells that's on the DSP, that you'll have to fussy cut out. I actually used my scan and cut, but you can fussy cut those out. So you're going to need 2 sets of those, 1 of this one, 2 sprigs, and then a small sprig. And then finally, you're going to need a mechanism, and this measures 1.5 inches by 4 3/8. And I'm going to show you what you need to do with that. Let me move all of this out of the way. Okay, I am going to do this on a Granny Apple Green piece, although you're going to be using Mossy Meadow for the card. I'm doing this because I'm hoping that the scores will show up better on this than on the dark one. So you're going to score this piece at, let me get my note here, a 1/2 inch. So you'll place this down here at a 1/2 inch. Let's get the blade out of the way there. And you're going to score that. You're going to move it over to 1 1/4 inches and score that. And then you're going to score it 3 5/8. Now then we're going to come back here to 2 inches And you can either do this with a pencil or you can do this with just the edge, marking the edge using the scoring tool, either way. But at 2 inches here, you're going to mark at the top and the bottom. So I'm just going to use a pencil, but you can also just take your scoring blade and just catch just a little bit, but you don't want to score all the way up, okay? So from those points to this one here at the 1/2 inch, you're going to go on the diagonal and you're going to create a crisscross over that one. So I'm going to put that in the trough is how I define it. And at the top, you can see that one is right at the trough. And I'm going to score. Oops, that one got out of line. So let's do that again. Like that. And then we'll come back here and put that one in the trough. And have this one in the trough. And there you go. So I hope you can see that. There is a score over here, and then there's a score here and a score here, and then the diagonal ones which make a cross. Okay, so let's go back to the one with the card itself. Okay, so let's get started making this card. So get one of the white little squares and the Mossy Meadow ink. Come on. It's kind of jammed up. There we go. And we'll ink that up and stamp that right here in the center. Okay. And then we will take the front of the card. I'm going to find my bone folder here and really burnish this well so I get this to lay flat. And then find the gold piece and this pattern piece. I'm going to put those, mat this one. On here. Like that. And then this will go down on the front of the card. Right here with about a 1/4 inch over on the left-hand side. Let's get that lined up and place down. Now the Season's Greetings, I'm going to ink that up in Mossy Meadow, and that is going to go right down here on the card front. Just like that. Okay, so now we'll be working on the inside of the card, and then we'll finish up with the front. So we'll open this up. We're going to take one of the gold pieces, and we're going to secure that down over here on the right-hand side. Just like that. And then we'll move to the mechanism. Well, let's do a little bit of gluing of things so that we're all ready. So we've got our 2 squares. We've got our stamped one and then one more of these. So let's go ahead and ink those up. And one will glue right down here. and one will go here. All right. So let's get our mechanism. And we've got the X over here. And actually, I'm going to flip it around. The X is going to be on the right-hand side. This over here, this score, I want you to fold it away from you. So in a mountain fold. Okay. And then the two others you're going to do in a valley fold. So you're going to fold it this way and then this way. Now on those diagonals, I want you to fold away from yourself in a mountain fold. Okay, so let's go over that again. So here we have it. We're going to fold away. We'll do the 3 aways. That's away, that is away, and that is away. This one is toward you, and that one is toward you. Okay, then I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to lay it in here where this edge is right up against that score line, and I'm going to put some liquid glue. Now I recommend you, any of these moving mechanisms, you always use liquid glue. Make sure not to put it too close to the edge that it goes spilling out, but that you get plenty of glue on it. And you're just going to push it up against there and close your card. This is the easiest way to do this. And just give it some pressure and a few seconds to grab a hold. And then open it up. And now you've got this attached to the inside panel here. Now, I'm going to bring this up, and I hope you can see that really well. You see these little triangles? There's 4 of them. You're going to put glue on this right-sided one, top right, and the bottom right. Okay, so we're going to put glue on those. Again, be careful about how much glue you put in there so it doesn't go leaking out. Like that. And you're going to take the top corner, left corner of the sentiment, and that is going to go and meet along this fold line here, just like that. Now you want to try and get it somewhat straight. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. But if it's not perfectly meeting here, that's fine, is more about that it is kind of up and down straight. And then this one you're going to put over in the bottom corner here, like that. And get those set there. And then just give those a minute or two, a few seconds. You don't have to do a minute or two. Okay? And what you're going to do is reach behind here and grab a hold of this back of the mechanism and just make sure that those kind of move freely. And they do. And then we're going to fold this. We're going to turn it this way and fold it up. See how when I've got it set against this and I'm pushing on this, these will fold up. And that's what we want them to do. Just like that, okay? Now, right now I've got the card upside down. Or actually, no, I don't. I don't have it upside down. It's just everything is over on the left-hand side here. I'm going to put glue on this tab here. Now, for you right-handed, it will be a little easier because you're going to be putting glue here and you can hold on to this little tab here. But us lefties, it's kind of working backwards. So I'm going to hold that down like that. And I'm going to close this side of the card and press it down. and give that a good burnishing. Okay. While that's kind of setting up, I'm going to glue this piece to the Mossy Meadow piece. And sometimes they do look a little bit like they are directional. So just check and make sure that yours is the way you want it to be. And I'm going to put that on here. Like that. Okay. And you'll see that now this opens and those slide just like that. Now we're going to put our panel to cover our mechanism right here. So that we're going to put glue on this section here to the point, not these little triangles here. So we're going to put glue here and into that point, just like that. So the way I like to do this is I'll set it down and kind of up against the edge here, and I'll kind of close the card while reaching inside here and kind of gently pushing on that piece. And then I can also push it on the top and bottom to make sure it's lined up there as well. And again, I'm going to just push on that. And as you can see, that now is right in line there, okay? So now let's decorate the card. So one set of bells is going to go here, and the only thing you want to make sure of is that it doesn't go past the side of this square on the inside or on the top, okay? So, because of the way it swings. So it's okay if down here it stays in, and up there and over here, just not these two sides. So I'm going to put some glue on it. And set it right here so that it's in, doesn't touch here, and it isn't any higher than there, and that's fine. And then this small sprig and this piece here, I'm going to glue this to the back. So I'll just put a little bit of liquid glue there. And I'm going to glue this up like that. And I want it to kind of not be much off of here. I want it to be straight up, maybe over a little bit. And then that is going to glue down right here. And now I can turn it just a little bit if I want, maybe a little over to the side. And that is where you can sign your card. Okay, so there's the inside of the card. Now let's finish up the outside. Oh, I have one too many of these sprigs. You don't need that. You just need these 3 pieces. So I'm going to take a glue dot and put it down near the base of this one here and set it over on top of this sprig so that the sprig goes out to the right hand side, and this goes up, and that is going to, we're going to make sure it goes like that. And then we'll put our bells here. So I'm going to put dimensionals on our bells and dimensionals here. Okay, so this is going to go on here at an angle so that this sprig goes off that way, and then your bells will be down here. And then for an embellishment, I thought we'd do the Druzy adhesive backed embellishments, and we'll do the gold ones here. And we'll place one there and one there and one there. And how about a few more there. Maybe that one will go over there. Okay, so there is our card, and this is day 11 of my 12 Days of November series, and I hope you like this card, and you come back for our final day tomorrow for another fun fold card.